Before I started doing my spring cleaning this year, I happened to mention to someone that I wanted to clean out my shop of shame because it looked like this back then. And I was totally shocked at their response. Did they say, "Good luck," or "Better you than me"? No. They said, "Why? Why would you want to do that?" And they were serious. So that got me thinking, what is the point of all this? Why bother decluttering things or reorganizing things or tidying or cleaning? What's the point? So my shop was a jumbled mess. It had trash. It had metal stuff that needed to go to salvage. It had patio furniture that wasn't put away properly, and tools and building supplies, and of course all the decluttered stuff from the house that I was saving for my yearly yard sale. And I couldn't find my skates. So what it comes down to, it all boils down to this one thing, and that is, how do you want to feel in your home or your space, whether it's your garage or where you work or what have you? Do you want to feel calm and peaceful and relaxed? Would you like to be less stressed? Would you like to be healthy and safe and supported in the life that you want to live? Do you want to feel proud of where you live and feel that it's a reflection of who you really are? Once you know the answers to the first question, the second question you need to ask yourself is, how much time do you have or are you willing to put into cleaning and maintaining your home? Can you commit to spending 10 or 15 minutes every evening, at the end of your day, doing a quick tidy up around your house? Go around your house and straighten things up, put things away, put trash in the trash can, put the dishes away, or at least put them in the dishwasher. Do you prefer to spend a whole day on the weekend cleaning? Like, not including dishes, because of course you're going to be doing those throughout the week. And maybe you're doing laundry throughout the week too. To be honest with you, I don't really like cleaning, but I like living in a clean environment. I like knowing that my allergies aren't going to be driving me nuts all the time in my own home. And I spend as little time as possible cleaning. I really feel for some people, like my sons, that they're busy all week. They leave their messes to the end of the week, and then on the weekend, on their day off, they have to spend the whole day cleaning up because it's just overwhelming. Now for my unit, I do a good clean at least once every 2 weeks. Some things get done every week, like the bathrooms, but to be honest with you, sometimes the dusting and vacuuming only happens once every 2 weeks. And even when I do have to do the whole thing, it takes me less than an hour. That's the beauty of being in a smaller space that has been decluttered. The next question you need to ask yourself is there any aspirational clutter in your home? How realistic are you to actually do whatever it is that you are aspiring to do? Will you do it this year? And how much space do they take up, both physical and mental? Maybe you've got some furniture or other things that need to be repaired or upcycled, or some sports equipment that you want to try out, or some games that you would like to play with your kids or your grandkids. Maybe you have some tools that you would like to learn how to use, like a sewing machine or woodworking tools. Or maybe you've got some musical instruments you'd like to learn how to play, or camera equipment that you don't really know how to use. or clothes that don't fit you now. We need to get realistic with ourselves about our aspirational clutter. If we're really going to commit to doing whatever it is that we want to do within a certain period of time, great. If they don't take up any physical space and it's not bothering you to hang on to things for whenever you get around to doing it, fine. But you need to assess that. And if it is bothering you in any way, you either need to let it go or just do it. Some aspirational items that I have are my family tree documents. So I will pull them out. Usually I work on that in the winter when I'm not so busy around the house and in the yard. I also have some family mementos that I would like to put in shadow boxes. And of course, if you saw my Monica closet decluttering, I also have a few pieces of aspirational clothes that I just need to lose a little bit of weight to get back into. I used to have a glass tabletop that I thought would be nice made into a desk. Well, I finally got rid of that because that didn't happen. And I also got rid of my this metal base for a patio table. I never got around to making a tabletop for. You may have seen those in previous videos too. We do need to reassess our aspirational items and get rid of them if it isn't happening. That's just cluttering up our minds, our brains, and our homes. I regret to say that I have hung on to furniture and some other things that needed fixing or upcycling or have something done to make it usable again for years because I have this space in my shop. But it took up a lot of mental space too. So that needed to go. The mental space that these projects were taking up was preventing me from focusing on the things that I do want to do and I can do. Now, you probably have heard me say before, I don't like throwing things away. I like to be frugal. I like to be as environmentally friendly as possible. And I like helping other people. And I also had to recognize that I liked being in the role of being the person that probably had that thing that you wanted or you needed. But you know what? I don't have to be that person anymore. I no longer want to be the keeper of other people's just in case stuff. I have enough crap of my own. Another question that you should ask yourself is, what qualities do you identify with as a person for the life that you are living now and the life that you would like to live? Are you courageous or adventurous, or do you want to be? Are you creative? Are you frugal or cheap? Do you care about the environment? Are you generous with your time or your gifts? Do you like to help others? Are you compassionate? Are you protective of others? Are you a great hostess? Or are you embarrassed to have people in your home? Our homes can support us in being the kind of person we want to be and do the things we want to do, or it can hinder us if the cost in time and energy and money to maintain things gets in the way. Now, I would like to feel at peace and uplifted and maybe even inspired at times in my home. I appreciate beauty and I appreciate order. I like nice things and I make no apologies for that. Now, what I think is nice may not be what someone else thinks is nice. But, champagne tastes on a beer budget kind of really sums up me. So now we're back to what's the point? Whether you are moving or not, if you are trying to downsize or declutter and make your home more manageable so that it can support you in doing whatever you want to do and living how you want to live, well, there's your answer right there. That's the point. Well, if you've got to the end here, I thank you so much for watching. I hope you've got some value out of this video, and I will see you in the next one.